Hello guys, welcome to another day, another piercing. So, I wanted to go ahead and get another piercing done today because I just want to get it done before I start my new job. And, I have time right now and I'm excited. So I got my helix done. It's actually kind of like a lower helix. I'll insert a little close up. The only thing that I forgot was I forgot to tell him that I wanted gold, but it's not that big of a deal. It's only in there for the, healing process anyway. And then as soon as I can switch it out, I will. So it's really not that big of a deal. And the idea is to, I want to have like a small gold hoop or like a small gold like flat stud there when it's healed. So having a little stainless for a little while is not that big of a deal at all. I think having a small gold hoop in the cartilage is super cute. I love, those, it's not, it is a gold hoop because of the shape, but it's almost more like it like hugs the skin. That's what I want to end up putting there. I know some people put a hoop in their tragus too, but I don't think that I would do that. I just posted my video talking about the anti-communities on YouTube. And, speaking of anti-communities, some of you guys had mentioned to me that Without a Crystal Ball is currently, going through all this stuff with Todd Chrisley, and it was something that I was pretty much not involved in. But over the last couple of days, I've kind of educated myself a little bit on this. And, one of the things that I've always said is that Without a Crystal Ball could have used her lawsuit with Tati as a comeback story. I'm coming back. I've learned my lesson. I'm changing the way that I deliver commentary. I have a different, this is a new chapter. I think that would have been so cool for her to come back that way. It would have been, it kind of would have been one of those stories that we could have looked at and said, well, Katie Joy at one point was a really toxic individual. However, she went through this lawsuit with another YouTuber, and even though it was dismissed because of jurisdiction issues, she still used it as an opportunity to better herself and kind of lead by example as far as this is how to go about things. I don't know. And maybe she doesn't care. And I think that that's one of the other things that we've really seen is just the lack of unawareness. That's the perfect way to encapsulate her existence. Is there has to be a certain level of self-awareness when you're running a YouTube channel, unless you really don't care. And that's probably what we're talking about with her, to be honest. If you really don't care, fine. But if you are here to care about the videos that are on your channel, and you're here to learn from mistakes that you've made, I think that having some self-awareness can be a really powerful tool to have, if I'm being, really honest. And I just don't think that the self-awareness exists with her at all. And when you combine a lack of self-awareness with being so self-righteous that you can never admit when you're wrong, that's when you have a very interesting set of circumstances on a YouTube channel. I also want to talk in this video about people thinking about making a YouTube channel. I hear this from a lot of people, and they say, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Do you have any tips? Do you have any, pointers? Because, I haven't been on YouTube really very long at all, but luckily I have had some really wonderful channel growth, and I feel like the community that I have is critical thinkers. We use logic, we look at the facts, and we talk about whatever it is that we feel like talking about that day. I sometimes come to you guys with a random topic. A lot of times you guys will ask me, hey, can you share your opinion on this? So I do feel like I've been really blessed with being able to grow my channel. And I think that people, based on my opinion, people see that, and that's why some people will say, hey, I'm really wanting to start my own channel. What's your, what are your tips for someone starting YouTube? And my tips for someone starting YouTube, let's go over some of those in this video. Number one thing is YouTube is a lot of work. If you want to grow your audience, which most people want to grow a community on YouTube, because when you make content, you want people to listen to it or watch it. Even if the view is 50 people, that's still 50 people that decided to take time out of their day to listen to whatever the hell I'm talking about that day. And that's never been missed on me, no matter what my channel size has been. So YouTube is a lot of work, and YouTube is consistency is key when it comes to building a presence online. It is really important that you are somewhat consistent, and if your version of consistency is one video every other Wednesday, then that's your consistent. At least people know what to expect from you, and they know what to expect as far as when am I going to see content from this creator next time. 2 Wednesdays away, So you have to find some sort of consistency, and I know that working full-time and being a part-time YouTuber is a lot of work, there is no denying that. So you have to know that YouTube, unless you're, just tossing out whatever onto your channel, that's one thing, but if you want people to listen to you and listen to your message, there needs to be some form of quality and some form of consistency on your channel. Second thing is, let's talk about YouTubers starting a channel because they want money. Oh boy, this is the biggest misconception, and it's also one of the number one ways that you can spot someone who is just in it to collect some extra money, and it's pretty easy to spot these people. And I'm not saying that creators shouldn't be paid for their time spent on their channel, but there is a difference between someone reaping the benefits of working really hard on their channel versus someone who just gets giddy at any opportunity to, collect money or whatever. A lot of those people will use emotional manipulation in order to gain money, and I've seen this especially big and small creators, but using emotional manipulation, and a lot of times it will happen on live streams. So let me get up on live and be really upset about something, and then watch the super chats pour in because people feel really bad for me. And that's their form of collecting a check. So if you are doing YouTube because you need money, it's going to be a long time before you see any substantial amount of money. Even with a channel my size, I get pretty consistent views. They do, kind of wither away with some videos, but that's expected. But even with my channel, I have not been put in a position where I'm even remotely close to feeling like, oh wow, I am making so much money on YouTube. And that's never been the reason that I made a channel. I made a channel because I had some things to say, and I had some things that I wanted to share with whomever it is that was going to be listening to me. This whole idea of, well, let me make a YouTube channel and talk about whatever it is just so that I can get monetized and make money, you're going to be very disappointed when you see how much it takes to get a decent payment from YouTube. If someone is solely making a channel because they're in a position where they need some money, these are also creators that I have a really hard time supporting, because I've never felt really good about supporting someone that I felt like they were money hungry. It's just not, it doesn't feel good to me. I want to feel like the connection comes first and the currency comes second. It's just really easy to spot these people. So, and half the time they end up exposing themselves anyway. The next thing with starting YouTube is you really should realize early on, and you should go into creating your first YouTube video with the realization that there are going to be people who leave really nasty comments. Even if you are talking about the most wholesome thing on the planet, there will be people who decide to leave really negative comments. They really get a lot of enjoyment out of being keyboard warriors, as a lot of people call them. They just enjoy leaving nasty comments. That is their entertainment. They want to see if they can get a response from the creator. They want to see if you will go back and forth with them in the comment section. And the best thing to do with those kinds of people is to ignore them. If you can get in the habit of ignoring the, haters or the trolls, because some of them actually are trolls, if you can get yourself in the habit of ignoring them early on, you will have a much better mindset of your growth. Because, I will not lie to you guys. I will never lie. Initially, when I first started getting negative comments, you guys already know they were from my negative comments stemmed from my first Without a Crystal Ball video. I didn't really have negative comments before that. When I first started getting those, at first, they bothered me. There were a couple of comments that I just felt like, what did I ever do wrong to deserve to be talked to like this? Like, someone doesn't like that I am, sharing an opinion about another YouTuber. And on top of it, my opinion was not vile or cruel. I really didn't understand back then that there are people that just enjoy doing that. It's literally what they like to do. I know it's weird, but there's nothing that you can do to stop it. So if you can get yourself in the frame of mind early on that you're gonna get these comments, even if you think that your content is super wholesome, you have a gardening channel and you share videos, of your favorite vegetables to plant. I mean, I giggle because it's so ridiculous. You will, once in a while, still get someone in your comments who says that you're stupid and you're doing things all wrong and you should get off the internet. So, when it comes to that, I think just being informed is one of the best, one of the best ways to go about it, and knowing that it's gonna happen. So anyway, you guys, I hope that this, I always encourage people, make a YouTube channel, but also just be informed as far as what you're signing up for and kind of what to expect. I wish that, before I started YouTube, people were a little bit more realistic about the things that happen on this platform. I don't know, maybe I just didn't look hard enough, but making videos has opened my eyes to so many different sort of topics when it comes to making YouTube videos. So either way, I hope that this was helpful. I encourage everyone to make content. If it's something that you've been wanting to do, it's like what I said the other day, life is so short. If you've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for the last year and you haven't because you're not sure what your first video will be, or whatever, just, you have to start somewhere. Talking to a camera is very weird, but just act like you're talking to one of your friends. That's the best philosophy to have when it comes to getting adjusted to talking to the camera. I talk to you guys just like I would talk to my boyfriend if he was sitting here next to me. Because let's be real, I don't have a whole lot of friends, but it's made that way by design. So, either way, talk to you guys like I would talk to Axel, tell him about my day, have a little rant, talk to you guys like I would my boyfriend, and it's all good. Hey guys, just kidding, I'm back. So I ended up stopping at Target, and I wanted to show this to you guys because I don't know kind of when else I would talk about it. I got this for a candle, like something to put my candles on. It was $20. It's from the brand Threshold, which is, Target's like in-house kind of brand. I have numerous things from this brand and I've never had a problem with it, but I thought this was super cute. I'm going to put it on my dresser and then put a candle on it. I'm not going to let the candle get super hot because obviously this is wood, but I usually put my candle on its lid, and plus I never burn candles for very long anyway. Also grabbed these earrings from A New Day. So they look like this. I actually got this for my second hole. So I did clean it, but just to have that little staple for my second hole. I was really curious after I was talking about, after I talked about my second hole in my video, curiosity got the best of me, and I said, you know what, I wonder if my second hole is still open. It's been a while since I tried, so sure enough, I tried it and it was still open. So I was like, well, now I need to, I don't really hold on to jewelry, and I don't buy a lot of jewelry either. So I ended up wanting to just get something real simple to put in there. And that little gold bar will serve the purpose. You saw it was a multi-pack, so it also had a little, just like a cubic zirconia stud, and then there's also a little black stud, so I figured I could use those. And the cubic zirconias, my boyfriend can wear those too, because he has his ears pierced, so he can always use those. It's funny because now that both of us have our nose pierced, we can share jewelry too. I've had mine for longer than he has had his, but I have a few nose studs. I have a hoop too. I haven't used it, but it's nice because then he doesn't have to buy anything, because he can just use whatever I'm not using at the time. So either way, now I am going to close this video out, but I wanted to show you guys that little board. I thought it was super cute for candles, or, you know, if you have a coffee table and you have like a plant that you keep on your coffee table, I could see it being useful for that too. And $20 is really, in my opinion, not too bad. And I've had good experience with the Threshold brand as a whole. So either way, now I'm gonna go. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like in the comments. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.